Happy Halloween, everybody. Well, technically it's not Halloween yet, but um, happy Halloween weekend, technically, if that's what you want to call it. I know Halloween's not until Saturday, um, but I just thought I'd make this vlog now. Yeah, I know, as cheesy as it is, I'm wearing a mask, um, and I, um, because I didn't really have much of a Halloween thing, to wear in my Halloween special that I did last year. And no, if you're wondering, there won't be a Halloween special last year because I really didn't have too much of a time thing set up for that. And because I was so invested in my as sold on TV, I was so invested in my as sold on TV project, which is focused on airline commercials, from well, there's there's a variant of timelines in those commercials, so you'll have to see it to kind of get the gist of it. So yeah, but when it's uploaded, which it's uploading as we speak, hopefully it's successfully uploading, because the last time I tried uploading my this particular project, it only uploaded half of the I think it uploaded my monologue, or my opening monologue, and like the first commercial. It never really uploaded much of that project. So I had to go back into Sony Vegas, which is what I'm using now, and yeah, it's kind of the trial version of Sony Vegas. I can't really get much out of it, but whatever, get something out of it, I guess. Um, I had to go back into the trial version of Sony Vegas, and um, and I had to basically re you know basically re publish everything to make sure it got everything in there. So I don't know what went wrong the first time, but hey, I'm new to the world of Sony Vegas, so I'm new to using Sony Vegas. So I'm just kind of going along for the ride here. So anyway, um, I'll when this thing uploads, I'll you know the, you'll see me, you'll see me in it, obviously, because that's me doing you know the um, the commentary and stuff. But I'm not doing much of a commentary on these videos, but I'll kind of give you a history lesson or two in these videos on what you know what the for some of y'all that haven't heard of these commercials, or because some of the mind you, some of these commercials are old. And as for one of them, the one of them is an Eastern Airlines commercial, because Eastern Airlines recently came back, and they are so new that they don't have commercials out yet. They're so new that they don't have a safety video out yet. I know there's one floating around here, but it's a there's one floating around here, but around here on YouTube, but it's not an official one from the airline itself. So it's kind of a, I don't know if you would call it a fan-made video, or just a airline geek made one. Probably that's what you would call it, or plane spotter made one. I don't know what you would call it, but I think it's just one of those ones that was just made by somebody. Um, just kind of imagine, I'm taking this thing off, it's itchy. Um, Now you can see my face. Anyway, yeah, um, but yeah, I just decided to, instead of doing um, you know, doing the safety video for Eastern Airlines, because they are so new, this one that came out and that, just came back this year, um, that, this one that started flying this year, they're so new that they don't have anything out yet. No advertising, no safety videos, no nothing. Um, they haven't even. I mean, all they've got to go by is their website and their Facebook and Twitter, and so on. So I think they just do everything online so far now. So anyway, but the good news on that is that there is a little news thing about them coming back or having come back, and I've included that. And I've also included a commercial from the 80s, because, I mean, it would have gone into the defunct airlines, but because Eastern came back recently, it's in there. So that's why. Um, but my initial plan was to put Eastern in the defunct airlines episode. But because I know that I've known that Eastern had come back for quite some time. I've actually been following this little development for a couple of months now. I've actually been following this little development for a couple of months now, or maybe even longer than that. That mask was itchy. I've actually been following that little development for a couple of months, maybe even longer than that, for quite some time. So it's, Eastern is part of the airlines that are in the air as of now. So, yeah, they're not, and I did not include, I know I've been meaning to include, like, Virgin or, JetBlue or, I know you probably want to see that for any of y'all who fly those airlines, but I just didn't get around to it. I'm sorry. These were airlines that, and to me, those were airlines that were not around when I was growing up. And I'm almost 26 now, and I'm sorry, I just don't remember those airlines. But I know for y'all, for some of y'all, it, I know you would love to you would love to have seen that, but maybe there'll be an honorable mention or something in the I'm planning on doing an international commercials video, so probably for I know that Virgin is big in the UK, so probably after like the British Airlines safety video or something, I will plan to put Virgin Airlines a Virgin Airlines commercial and their safety video in there for the UK. So yeah, because I know that they're based in the UK. I mean, I think that's yeah, I think that's where they're based out of. Either that or Australia, but I think they're based in the UK. So yeah. So because I know that some of y'all are wanting to know where, if you're, in case you're wondering, I think some of y'all would want to know, well, where's Virgin, where's JetBlue, or and to me, JetBlue's a little too new to just go ahead and put in there. These were airlines that have been around for a long time. And sadly, some of these airlines, you know, of course, these are airlines that are still around. The airlines that are featured in this commercial are still around. In this video are still around. Eastern, I know, has come back. And then sadly, the ones that are going to be featured in the defunct, because there will be a video on that, the defunct airline, the commercial video for video on commercials of defunct airlines like Northwest, Pan Am, Northwest, TWA. I've lost my freaking train of thought now. Pan Am. What was another one? See, I've lost my freaking train of thought now. Because there have been so many that have. Oh yeah, America West. And yeah, just so many. I know that Canada had one that I know that Canada had one called Canadian Airlines. That just so many that have so many across the board that have that are. I was gonna put U.S. Airways in the defunct category, but you'll see in the video that I was going to put that in there. But at the time, it wasn't. It wasn't at the time that I had made that video, which was back in June or July, I believe. Yeah, it was back in June or July, I believe. That it was kind of going through that. It was kind of going through that process of, it was kind of going through that U.S. Airways was kind of going through the process of, still being two airlines with American Airlines. I think now they're finishing up the merger process because everything is. Every time I look up U.S. Airways, it's all American Airlines now. So so I think they're kind of finishing up their merger process. So at the time that I did this video, at the time I did this video, American Airlines and U.S. Airways were still flying separately. So and they weren't yet finished with their merger. So I think now they're pretty much done with their merger. But that's just a speculation. You don't have to take my word for it. I just know that now they're having gone through this trip this past summer, which I'm back now, thank goodness. I went and flown with American Airlines. Did not have the greatest time. Thank you very much. But I know that their all of their services and stuff like that, they were basically all doing their services and their flights all through just all out of one all under one name. And then you'd see the little thing under the, because I've flown through I've flown with United Airlines before. I think that was back when I was a teenager, or maybe it was Continental or something before the merger with United. And they had their little, they had a little thing on the under their they had a little thing under under the big sign, where the under the big sign, the guys that were gonna the guys who were gonna buy them. So you know, in this case, you know, this would be right now. This would be American Airlines, and then the little sign underneath would be U.S. Airways. So, and that's what I saw coming into, I believe it was Los Angeles, because I had to stop in there for try to see if I could get my bag back, because they had delayed my flight. And they had delayed my flight and all that other fun stuff, and just, yeah, so I had to, yeah, but you'll hear about that later, and if you go into one of my travel videos. But yeah, but usually with mergers they kind of have the new airline title, or the big guys who are the guys who are going to buy them out, usually under the new airline title, and the other airline underneath. So, and that's having traveled through airlines that have gone through mergers. I know what that's like, because I think Delta did. I don't know if Delta did something like that with Northwest, because I haven't flown with them. I haven't flown with them I haven't flown with them before they officially merged with Northwest. All I know is that before they merged with Northwest, before Northwest merged with Delta, they had redesigned their planes. Yeah, they had redesigned their planes to make to not have them look like they did back in the 90s or something. So, but who knows? I mean, just for the record, Northwest was one of the best airlines that I'd ever been on. So, I miss them. I miss them. So, but can't afford Delta. So, I mean, I don't fly that often, but when I do, I can't afford Delta. So, I've gotta fly with what I fly with. So, I mean, whatever. But anyway, that's just it's just a little long spiel on the projects that I have coming up, and why, and a little explanation of why I can't, why I didn't do a Halloween special this time around. So anyway, happy Halloween, and hopefully I can get around, I can make up for it if I have time. Hopefully I can make up for this, this year by, maybe doing a Christmas special or something. Hopefully I can do that if I have time. I've got personal stuff in my, life too that I, need to take care of. So anyway, who knows what I'll have next to come up with. But anyway, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.